Costume play, also widely known as cosplay, is a large community that has been growing throughout the past years. We're going to talk to some people within the cosplay community to find out more.
I started cosplaying in, I believe it was 2014.
Back in 2015.
At 11 years old, around 7 years ago, and it was actually for Halloween.
And I knew about cosplay before that, but I didn't have the money and I wasn't able to convince my parents to let me do it before that. But 2014 was the year that I went to my first convention and actually cosplayed.
It was my senior year of high school, and I had a few friends who had plans to go to YumaCon, which used to be a con over in East Lansing. It's not around anymore, and they offered me, the opportunity to go with them, and I was like, yeah.
Living with a cosplayer is pretty cool. Makes my life
interesting. Depending on how close you are to a program, it elevates. The closer you're to a program, the elevation and anxiety in the household gets a little bit higher. And then once it's over, it's relief. I'm not sure if it's excitement, nervousness, or what, but it definitely elevates.
Sometimes very difficult, especially when she gives me a costume at the last minute to make. But other than that, it's okay.
I'd say it's pretty cool knowing that I'm friends with a cosplayer. It seems like a really interesting hobby to have.
I see it as not very different from being friends with any of my other friends, so I don't think that it's anything special to really say that they're different than other people.
I think it was just the fact that I was into anime and video games, and I really liked to dress as my favorite character, because I really liked Halloween when I was younger as well. I loved dressing up for Halloween, and I'd always make my costumes for that, so just the idea of being able to do that a day where it wasn't Halloween, I was like, that sounds a lot of fun.
You become an actor. You're playing a part usually, whether it be a video game or a movie or a television show or whatever. You become that character, and you always see these characters, and it's like, man, they have a cool life, or they're really cool and neat and fun, and you just become part of that. You become the character, and you play that character for, it might be a weekend or whatever, but it's just that experience of acting as that character and being that character and have people appreciate the work that you put into your cosplay. It's like, you get a high off of it.
So I thought it was really cool to see how other people could practically bring characters to life.
I didn't even know what cosplay was in the beginning.
I work with a lot of Japanese associates and international associates, and I learned a lot about cosplay through them. So it took me a while to support it.
Not at first because I didn't know what it was, but then as I got introduced to it, and I was starting to see how
it's a way for a person to vent their creativity.
I always thought it was very cool, and I don't know, and I still think it's pretty cool to do.
It's kind of just a way of life for some people, and a lot of people do just enjoy doing it.
My favorite part of the cosplay community is probably all the support you get and all the connections you can make.
It's the DIY part of it. It's that there's so many people that have learned so much and are willing to share that information with you.
Yeah, everyone's just very nice.
There's not a lot of negative things, but sometimes, as with everything, you have those negative people.
Unfortunately, some toxic people within the community, a big thing at conventions, one of the main rules lately is now they always have signs around saying cosplay is not consent. A lot of people thinking that it's an excuse to be able to impede on other people's personal boundaries, whereas that's not the case. you still need consent for physical contact, and I think that's a really big thing that people in the cosplay community and people in general need to still understand.
I believe the majority of them stem from social media though, so it's more of people like to start drama on there, drama that doesn't necessarily need to exist and really has no reason to exist. And also I feel like a lot of people are mean on like online because they have that, you know, they're able to hide behind their computers and phones and stuff.
In a way, being friends with cosplayers has impacted my life, as I'm friends with multiple people who are cosplayers, and also my girlfriend is a cosplayer. And I can say from my own point of view, I've been enjoying our relationship, and I see it as very fun, so she's impacted my life in a pretty good way.
Kind of rubbing off on me a little bit because I started to look more into like cosplay artists and just social media influencers.
Open up to different types of people, not to be closed-minded, and try to accept everyone for what they are.
Financially, a little bit. Some of the costumes are a little expensive. Some of the programs that you have to pay for to get into the programs can be a little steep.
It's definitely the price. It's very expensive.
Anyone, whether you make or buy your costumes, knows that. And then also time management. It's kind of hard to fit it in because I myself am also a student, so I find it hard sometimes to balance the two. And then also my, you know, work life and stuff like that. And sometimes I find myself crunching when it gets really close to an event.
It's the grind. It's that I have a con in 2 weeks and all these bad things have happened and I have to finish my cosplay, I have to finish my suit of armor, I have to finish this jetpack design, I have all these things that I gotta do. I gotta sew 100 miles worth of fabric, it feels like, and you just don't have the time, and it's that crunch that really gets you, that stress. But you know what? It really pays off in the end. And you know, that's why you do it. You just, that stress is a good stress, because you know as soon as you get it done, it's gonna be the best thing ever.